Hell yeah! Here we are! It's grand final time at Masters Coliseum from Shanghai. $12,000 for the winner, $6,000 for the runner-up, and it's Infi versus 120. Undead versus human, or is it? On day one, we got rid of 4 players. We cut down from 8 to 4. We said goodbye to the greatest player of all time, Moon, and 3 of the top 4 of GCS last time. There was TH, Fly, and Law Lion. Infi defeated Lin today, and 120 defeated Foggy today. Now 1 best of 5 for the biggest prize of the summer. Next to me, Remo, how you doing?
Ni hao. Masamida? No, that's Korean. It's also wrong. Well, it is finally here, our grand final. And yeah, the biggest prize pool, man. This tournament hasn't lasted long at all, but it's a lot about a lot of prestige, about a lot of money. And yeah, the rematch from a couple of GCSs ago.
Let's see what Infi has to say.
现在也是这么虚的吗？这不像你的风格。在我印象里，你应该是比较那种，就是说我如果能赢的话，应该都是9-1开的。那120的话，确实是中国现在在亡灵上实力非常强的一位选手。你觉得你针对他的话，会有一些套路吗？
人就是还是要看对抗吧。我觉得人族打 UD 这个对抗没有套路可言，就只能稳扎稳打，就是看谁状态比较好，
就是拼实力。好，那不管怎么样，这也是祝愿你能取得冠军。那我们接下来请出第2位，他是来自于中国，鬼王120。
Opponent 120, unfortunately our translator seems to be AFK at the moment.
的呼声也不小。
I think we have some translators in chat. Guys, what are they saying?
那我想采访一下120，走到这一步的话，你心前面有没有想过？
我觉得都是意料之中吧。
意料之中啊，懂了。那你将面对的是Infi，因为他也算一位前辈了嘛。前辈的话，你觉得你在套路啊或者经验上是不是会比较差一些呢？就经验方面。
我经验上肯定是不如他的吧，但是我会竭尽所能。
那最后放一句自己心里想说的话吧，稍微偏狠一点。哎，你不要这样，他们有一个外号叫 B 王啊，你现在要把这个话先放出去了。
Speechless。
我觉得不要把我打3-0吧。
哇，这边两边怎么到决赛就开始认怂了？那我们看看真正干起来的话，可能就不是这个局面了。那我们请双方的选手进入对战席。我们把画面交给解出来。
Both players setting up. Unfortunately, no insights here, but I have a little story between the 2 players. In China, there's a format where several pros of several Blizzard games have a competition in all the Blizzard games that they are, like Overwatch, Hearthstone, Warcraft. In the first season, it was Infi taking part, and he didn't do too well with his team. In the second season, it was 120 being the Warcraft player of that format, and his team won. And in the post-tournament interview, he said, okay, now I'm better than Infi in Hearthstone and Warcraft 3. So a little trash talk going on there, but of course these 2 should be good friends, know each other for quite a few years now. Oh boy, will they play human and undead? That is the biggest question that we have here. We don't know it yet.
Fingers crossed.
We will most likely only see it once we load into the game. 120 is really good with Orc. Infi is really good with Orc. Infi is dodging undeads. You didn't think about the Orc mirror? No, you didn't think about that yet? Infi is dodging a lot of human versus undead recently. So there is a chance for him to switch to Orc. And there's possibility for 120 to switch to Orc. We will see. What we will see.
Smartly said, Neo. Wise words.
Didn't know me.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that Infi's actually been saying for quite a while, right? First of all, he's not feeling that confident against human undead anymore, which seemed to have been the strongest matchup for humans for quite a while, and especially against 120 actually in the past said that he doesn't know how to beat him. So him switching races here, not too unlikely.
Okay, 1-0, of course, the youngest player in this tournament, 22 years old. Infi, 28. A 9-time Premier Tournament champion. He could catch up with Lin with 10 Premiership titles to his hand. 1-0. It would be his 4th title. The second one this year after winning the GCS, the Super GCS in January or February. Not too sure, actually. Then that was a 3-0 win over TH with a big exclamation mark.
Yeah.
But 1-0 doesn't seem to be too confident. We get some translations here. He says, don't 3-0 me, as a revenge maybe to what he did with TH back then.
That sounds very unlike 1-0 though. Maybe just lulling him into a false sense of security.
Exactly.
I just hope it's not Orc Mirror, man. Well, would be better than Undead Mirror, I guess.
That's true. So
imagine they play Undead Mirror now, and then 5 games in a row Destroyer Mirror. Hell yeah, let's go.
Well, let's assume it's Human versus Undead. 1-0's win rate against Human is 55%. Infi's win rate versus Undead is 61%. So slight favor here alongside TH, of course, the best Human versus Undead player in the world. 1-0, of course. In all matchups, the best Undead in the world. Did I say Undead? Human, of course. And Undead. What?
Didn't you just say 1-0 is the best?
Undead in all matchups. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, so statistically you're saying?
Yes.
And only 55%, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was perhaps the better one out there, but I guess Lucifer will have to keep on improving a little bit more. New patch coming out soon. I've already seen the questions earlier. This is still 1.29, guys. Try to remember. 1.30 will be coming out soon on NetEase. We don't know when yet, but at the moment this is 1.29.
Of course, these two players have quite a history in maps. It's, what is it? 20-17 advantage for Infi, so really, really close. In series, it's 5-8 in favor of Infi, but the last 2 games went to 1-0. One of them, it was Infi playing Orc, so we can't take that too seriously. But the last encounter, the last big encounter, GCS Summer 2017, the grand final, also a best of 5, a 3-2 in the end for the title of the world champion, which went to 1-0 back then on a massive game on Amazonia, which ended in Animate Dead, the DK's ultimate to seal the deal. And back then, nobody was expecting Infi to make it to the final, this guy here. A WCA winner, a WCG winner. Of course, WC3L champion back then with World Elite as well. And he's also a GCS champion, the first one if I'm not mistaken. He lost that final, but he made quite an impact. And also here, nobody really expected him to be in that final.
Yeah, I guess so. TH certainly the favorite, Lin the favorite again, but he didn't care. Came up to play today. Lin perhaps a little disappointing. 1-0 though. Destroyed Foggy today. But that's against Night Elf.
On Friday. I think his 4 matches that he played, this boy hasn't lost a single map this tournament. I think all matches combined, he spent like max 25 minutes on the map. Or maybe 30. Let's say 30.
That's crazy enough though.
It is. Less than 10 minutes average game times. He doesn't waste any time. The longest game was against Moon on Ancient Isles when Moon played Fury Dragons, but that's about it. Foggy no chance, Moon no chance. That's in a matchup though where he shines, where he has a 78% win rate, the best win rate in the world against Human. That's his weakest matchup. Due to balance, due to his opponents, who knows? And it looks like they can't start. No technical difficulties, no staff around them, as we've oftentimes seen. Here we go. Picks and bans. Infi doesn't want to play on Ancient Isles, which is understandable if he's playing Human, and 1-0 doesn't want to gamble on Terrana's stand around the items. So we are left with Amazonia, Echo Isles, Last Refuge, Turtle Rock, and we start on Twisted Meadows.
All right, pretty standard picks. I'd say fairly balanced across the board. Turtle Rock, that's gonna be a rough one for Infi, most likely.
But do you remember
there before? Yes, I do remember. I remember, Neo.
People say it's impossible to win one base versus Undead on Turtle Rock. It's very hard to expand, so Infi saw himself forced into a one base play, rushed to tier 3, and defeated him with one base Knights and Gyros. That was absolutely insane and unthinkable for a pro game. But it happened. Infi can do such stuff.
And here we go. Our first map should be starting in just a moment.
We're kind of waiting for the power rankings.
Yeah, is the graphics not loading?
Yeah, I think so. A little production mistake here, maybe, but it's all a little hype. Chat was in favor of 1-2-0. I would give the edge, since, yeah, they are, like, at least 1-2-0 starting with Undead. And Infi is playing Human. Both with their main race. What a relief as a start to this series. Now, Twisted Meadows, Human versus Undead, Infi versus 1-2-0. Best of 5, $12,000 for Masters Coliseum. Twisted Meadows, of course, for all the Human players, it starts with the laboratory.
At least so far, at the moment. Who knows what's gonna happen in the future. But yeah, Archmage here, gonna delay his tech, but gonna invest heavily into the experience early on. Power, jump to level 2, and maybe even a little further, if he's lucky enough to get the Tome of Experience, followed up by a fast expansion. This is what we see 95% of the cases, and I have no reason to assume this is gonna be anything else here from Infi.
I agree. And then the question is, how will 1-2-0 stop this? It's pretty damn hard to stop the expansion here, because especially with those positions, the expansion from Infi will be on the bottom left, and then it's so far away from the Undead side. How does he want to punish it?
There is a couple of nice things here, though, for the Undead attacking the expansion, which is being crept up. Every single one of these creeps can be coiled, so experience can be stolen with that spell. That's not the case on every map. For example, on Amazonia, there's a lot of golems there that are magic immune, so those will normally always go to the Human. But as we said earlier, the AM is going to get a lot of experience already from the first camp. If the Undead is lucky enough to spawn close to his opponent, to that laboratory, then this can result in a lot of damage that the Human has to take early on the economy, with more peasants dying. But he's not that unlucky. He's going to start this camp with 6 peasants. Isn't it normally 7? Actually, I'm not sure on this. The DK is running over. It's going to try to harass, but it's going to take a while.
Oh, what a nice find for Infi right from the bat. It's the Rune Bracers. 33% damage reduction from spells, and of course you're all aware how powerful the Coil Nova combo is. 1-2-0 knows about the starting position, as it seems. Infi lost 1 peasant already, and 1 is bruised. Coil, Skeleton harass, what will we see? Both maybe. Frostmourne Hunger, so he gets the Skeleton pretty close to the main. The Arcane Tower is not up yet.
AM is not here. There he is, okay. To defend his peasants, so 2 peasants lost so far. That's alright, I guess. I would say you kind of expect, if the DK is coming over, to lose 3 peasants.
There's the third one. And the farm got cancelled at the laboratory. So, Infi should be supply stuck, right? Or is he? There's a new corpse from that pig. Not too much to fight at the moment, as the footmen are coming out. Of course, in the meantime, the tech for 1-2-0 is running. Yeah, Infi is kind of supply, so he can go for 1 more footman or 2 more peasants.
When you're the Undead player, early on, you have to decide to act for harassment immediately. That, of course, slows down the Human more than if you leave him alone at the start and go for creeping yourself. But that can mean that maybe you don't find the experience required to get to level 2, and that is absolutely a necessity. The DK here, he's under pressure early on to find some last hit onto the creeps. He will need to get level 2, harassing this spot right here. Otherwise, he's going to be in a very tough position.
1-2-0, we call him the Necromancer because of his great usage with the Rod of Necromancy and the Skeletons. There's a Fiend coming with a new Rod. And what can he do? The creep has not started yet. There's plenty of mana for the coil, as you mentioned. Of course, the big Ogre Magi would be a dream. The Fiend is coming. That's what he's waiting for. The coil a little too late. Didn't get the experience. Only the 2 kills from the peasants at the moment. Of course, it doesn't make much sense to coil the Archmage at that state of the game. Would just be like 50 damage, and that's basically nothing. No second call just yet. DK is losing quite a bit of HP, which is something you really don't want. Also, the Fiend losing something here. And the End Snares, okay, land on a Footman, but that's alright. Infi creeping this tremendously well so far, but he doesn't do the damage to the creeps. He wants to scare the undead away, and now things start to die, finally.
Is he creeping this so well, though? The peasants here, the militia duration has ended a long time. And 4 of the 5 creeps are still alive. This expo already is quite significantly delayed, but he should be able to reinforce with more militia from the main. And the AM is gonna get level 3 here, once again, thanks to that big experience from the laboratory first. And he's gonna force the DK away, who's still level 1. So, both players here taking a bit of a beating.
Yeah, but I think in general it's better for 1-2-0. It was, of course, good until he ran away and the creeps attacked everything and continued to attack everything. I thought he could be like getting a few more fireballs on that DK and get rid of him like that, but no, continuous harass. The Fiend is back to full health as well. So now who's gonna get the big one? Oh, nice split by Infi. Coil a little too late. He gets the item and the experience, and the DK has to run away thanks to the 2 Footman attack. And now that should be plenty of time for the expansion, shouldn't it?
Yeah. And that was very well done by Infi. He stopped his army's attack there, so they all attack at the very same moment. So finding the coil last hit in between those attacks is close to impossible. That was very well done by him. So the DK is under a lot of pressure. The Archmage got to level 3. That's good. But the Expo started after the Slaughterhouse. That is not the timing you want.
That's true. How fast can he rush to destroyers, and how fast can this attack hit Infi and his expansion? He's sending the peasants away. Can he save it from the skeletons? Doesn't seem like it. He's losing more and more. But that should be it for now, as the DK has no chance of healing except buying potions, but that will delay the next attack. But the statues are coming soon. He only has 4 fiends. So I didn't see the 2 there. So what can he really do with a hurt DK like this?
Well, the statue is almost out, and then with good stutter step micro, which 1-2-0 certainly has, it is very hard now to keep pressure on this DK. He is level 2, I mean, not level 3, level 2. Yeah. So he has the aura, he's very fast. If the AM goes for the boots of speed, he can try to apply more pressure, but right now, Infi is broke. This Expo is just gonna be finishing here as we speak.
Will he get the 3rd call? Coil Nova coming in. Rune Braces, of course, helping there. And the Talisman of Vitality, Period of Vitality, excuse me. Will 1-2-0 finally steal a creep? The Footman won't allow it, but the Lich says, oh, you fools, go away, you annoying little flies, and that should give him the time to finally get some experience. But that little skirmish there gave Infi the time for the towers, at least at his expansion. 1 Arcane Tower is up in the main, but that certainly won't be enough. Claws of Attack, nice item for the Lich, and new Skeletons summoned as well.
But this tech is so late, man. Still not in sight for Infi, and I could certainly imagine 1-2-0 is teching on the other side of the map. If these 2 towers next to the Peon line finish, that's really good. That's going to protect them. But they might be getting cancelled right now. Yes, they will.
Okay. Archmage getting more hurt and hurt, and the statue is putting in good work here. So Infi, is he once again reliant on his Footman's strength? Mass repair, at the moment the expansion is not paying off. DK once again getting quite a few hits, this time only from Militia, so they can't help against the Fiends. I think it's okay if the DK takes those hits. And yeah, Infi's coming in with the Archmage again. I thought he's close to level 4. Is it already time for him to go to Blizzard? That was his key play back then in the summer of 2017.
Yeah, quite possibly. Hard to decide when is it required for you to go there. I think his first priority, of course, should be to stay alive. He has a Zeppelin, but once there's Web, he can't rely on that anymore.
Correct. It's just a matter of time, as it seems towers are coming. No repair at the moment. Good range damage, but we have defend now, and it's a strong defend. He kills 1 peasant here, level 2 for the Lich already. How long? Oh, there's Web. And this is not looking good for the Archmage. This is not looking good for Infi in general. The Footmen, despite having this defense, are falling like flies. And he has only one left. Archmage is trying to get something done. Coil Nova again. The Fiend Shot can't kill him. Oh my god, this is so close. Can he reach for another coil? He does, and he dies. First hero kill and GG by Infi. Doesn't waste more time. 9 minutes 20 seconds. 1-0 is rushing through this tournament. Another below 10-minute game from the Undead King.
Didn't even need tier 3 for this. These item drops were amazing. The bracers, the Periapt, and the DK wasn't even level 3, but Archmage still doesn't survive. And once he falls, the game's pretty much over. Have to go back to that expansion creep, of course. What was going on there?
Yeah.
Why did that go so wrong?
Good question, man. As I said, I kind of misjudged this whole thing. I thought, okay, the DK is so low, the Fiend is so low, this should be fine. But then, like, he didn't scare 1-0 away. He ran away with the creeps following. No damage onto the creeps, almost no damage onto the undead, and a lot of damage to his army, his Archmage. And it took him a lot of time to get the DK down in the super dark red HP range. And then a lot of, like, it was lost already, right? Almost.
Yeah. I don't know. Hard to say. Like, earlier shop, earlier Arcane Tower, further forward maybe. There's a lot of plays that perhaps Infi could have gone for. The most important thing is, oftentimes I see these humans doing it perfectly and having such a solid early game. Key to defend against the DK when he's just harassing by himself is 2 footies plus the Archmage. Keep on attacking the DK. That's the only thing they're supposed to attack. Nothing else. Militia, Water Elemental, and the other footmen take out the camp.
They did that for a while.
Yeah, they're strong enough to do this, but I don't know. He just seemed to be getting dragged all over the place by the DK. Suddenly the militia duration was over. It looked like 1.30 already. It was kind of weird. He looked not quite on point on that game.
It's true. Maybe it takes some time to get into this series. Twisted Meadows goes to 1-2-0. Now it's Infi's map choice. So he will pick a map that suits him a little better. What are the options for Infi?
Certainly not Turtle Rock. Unless he wants to gamble on his weird strategy, but I don't really think so. Echo Isles is the traditional human map. But with Fiend Pressure, which is most likely what 1-2-0 is going to go for, that expo can be hard to defend. The layout is weird. You can't really protect your peasant line too easily. And already he was having a difficulty here. Not a good start for Infi. And don't forget, this map pool, if it favors someone, it probably favors Undead a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't favor human. That is something we can say, I guess. Especially with the before-mentioned Turtle Rock. Yeah, like you have to play either Ancient Isles or Turtle Rock. Both are horrible. But in a best of 5, having one bad map should be okay-ish, I guess.
I think LR should be pretty solid for Infi. Late game, it's really good for Undead. You can creep a lot, especially with Destroyers. You get so many items quickly. But at least you get your expo up super easy on LR. And the DK can't really creep too much by himself early on. So I could see LR as well. LR or Echo, I guess.
LR is also a map where you can play Mountain King, Echo Owls as well. So Infi sometimes likes to play him.
I feel like I haven't seen it from him in quite a while, though.
I haven't seen him play against Orc in general in quite a while. So that's really, really hard to judge. Against Undead, sorry.
There you go, you got it. You got it now, Neo.
Oh boy, I'm starting to feel the sleep, the lack of sleep. Echo Owls it is. Traditional pick, as you said.
Speaking of sleep, by the way, Lucifer has started to experiment with Dreadlord in this matchup. Looked very successful and, of course, exciting with that choice. 1-2-0, never really known to be the most creative. It's his execution, which is close to perfect. That's what makes him so strong.
With the Dreadlord first or third?
First.
Okay. So, surround and attack or sleep and expansion?
sleep, expo, and then attack once you're level 3. Without aura, but with 2 points in carry and swarm and 1 in sleep.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Pretty good against workers, and you can cast it from quite a range.
Exactly, that's something that I didn't realize for a while. The range on carry and swarm is really long.
Alright, hopefully this game is a little longer than the first one. Lead 4120, who still has not lost a single map in this competition. Infi's map choice here, Echo Isles. In the upper left starts the Undead King. In the upper right, before the Iceman, Infi, former WCA champion of 2014 in the final against Yumiko. He hasn't been in a final for quite some time. This year, we mentioned it in the semifinal already for Infi. Wasn't the greatest. Started off well with second place at Seer Cup, but then what did he really accomplish? 3 third places in Color Cup, GCS, and AWL, where he defeated Lucifer 3-2, by the way. Another fellow Undead. But yeah, it's like not a super dominant year from Infi. Same goes for 120, with the exception of Super GCS and Doyu Super League.
Yeah, true. I guess though, barely any player has looked really dominant as of late. TH has looked pretty damn strong, of course, winning GCS twice in a row. But it hasn't been like a Lin half-year period where he just never seems to have a bad game.
Yeah, that's true.
So, first hero choice is the Archmage. No Mountain King here. In Europe, we see that quite a bit from players like Anima, Hawk, Todd. In China, that's where it all started with the MK first, but not anymore.
So 120 on the other side, DK and Fiend opening, TED Fiend opening. The thing here on Echo Isles is A, expanding is rather easy, B, creeping to level 3 is also doable, C, the base to expansion distance is super duper long, and that's why the creeping or the harass doesn't work that well for the Undead. But we said that about Twisted Meadows as well, and as you saw, it did work. He made it work. The first 2 coils weren't really on point, but then he found his targets, especially the Archmage in the later game.
And this is the very new school Undead approach here to the early game. Don't harass immediately, but go for some creeps at least. And he leaves the item on the ground, now realizes, oh, wait a minute, I forgot about something. There we go. Grabs up the circle, something nice, and he steals the Shadow Priest.
Exactly.
He can dispel the Water Elemental now.
This is really, really cool if he keeps that one alive, which it seems like he does.
It's really expensive though. It's 190 gold.
Yeah,
a bit of lumber as well.
Creep a little, right? But he got that. He got that one. He got the big one. Oh no, that was the Archmage. Sorry, he got the Water Elemental, and the Archmage got the big one.
I think he got the big one. He got the Water Elemental and the big one, I think. Oh my god, what an opening.
Whoa. You're right.
That's not supposed to happen.
Oh my god, he does it again.
Oh wow. That game was 3 minutes, guys.
That was 3 minutes.
Oh shit.
Still below 10 minutes per game.
Dude, that's such a risky play though. I mean, it's a Shadow Priest, it's not that expensive, but it does cut into your tech. And that move works, I don't know, 15% of the time. But when it does, holy shit does it do. He is on fire in this tournament. Is he really gonna win this without dropping one goddamn map?
Yeah. And we all said, like, how much can he practice? How good is he really? Maybe he just doesn't have a job and just pretends, you know, to not show his tactics in tournaments. That was super hard.
And the confidence as well, right? He's like, oh, I'm gonna walk into the camp, sacrifice my Acolyte, that's fine. I'm gonna get the Shadow Priest, it's expensive, but I'm gonna steal all your last hits, dude, so it's gonna be fine, you know?
Yeah, and it works out. Like,
Yeah, it's so high risk though. So it's pretty awesome to watch. It's pretty exciting. And it works out so far.
Like, the way Infi defeated Lin, and now we see these games. What does it say? Maybe it's really Infi. Like, Foggy has this block against Undead. Maybe Infi has the same. We saw this before from Infi in Neo Star League, I believe. In the group stage there. It was kind of the same when 1-0 just trashed him in like 20 minutes in a best of 5.
Yeah, it does also, to me, seem like a bit of a mental block. Like,
Yeah,
first map, you creep that expo really badly, you defend against the DK pretty damn badly. Second map, it's really easy to counterplay against the last hitting Shadow Priest. I guess he just put it out of his mind like, yeah, well, you're not gonna get that last hit anyways. When it's pretty easy to play against it, to make it impossible. But he ignores that possibility.
Like, this was a 3-minute 20 game, and he killed 2 units. And Infi taps out.
It was a 200 experience swing, though.
Yeah.
With that big one.
Yeah, and then you can't get level 3. It's so hard to make it work. I can't understand.
He couldn't even get level 2 because the trappers would have been stolen with the coil.
Yeah.
So honestly, that is a horrible opening for Infi right there. I don't know if it's GG. Probably not. But
I mean, Infi and TH are the ones who can come back from horrible situations.
Yeah, that's true. Usually they're the comeback kings. They survive and find a way to win.
Yeah.
But why not against 1-0? Are you feeling that hopeless? Infi, what's going on?
Yeah, that's the question.
I remember games on Twisted Meadows where Infi was defending behind his towers with Blizzard for 10 minutes with 30 supply. It looked like there was no snowball's chance in hell, but he makes it work. That's what made him look so godly at times. But against 1-0, he looks like me on ladder. When I played against Night Elf, I'm like, okay, this one's over. I've lost a ghoul, GG.
Yeah, it
no
felt
chance
like
anymore.
Infi is undefeatable until Lin defeated him in Orc vs Human, and 1-0 started to defeat him in Undead vs Human. And Infi lost that undefeatable aura. He picks Amazonia over Last Refuge. Okay. I just want to say, this is kind of hard to creep, and the map is not that big.
Maybe he's thinking back on his surrounds at GCS. 6 Fiend surrounds in one game. Maybe that's what he's gonna try for here again.
That was a sick game. But this is also the map where... wasn't it here the Firelord game on Amazonia?
In Ting, you mean?
No. Recently we saw a Firelord play with Soulburn.
Soulburn first?
Huh?
Soulburn first?
Yeah, Soulburn first and then Incinerate. By 1-0.
Yeah.
Worked quite well. But alright, we'll see. It will most likely be standard again, and this should be an Alta. Yeah, so it's most likely a DK. Man, Infi is against the ropes. It's 3 match points in a row for 1-0. He won his last premiership 3-0 against TH. And now it could be a 3-0 against Infi just half a year later.
Dude, winning MC without dropping a map. And he was dominant in the... Wait a minute. No. Never mind.
My stream just crashed. What about you? Oh, okay, now it's working again.
No, it's working. Yeah, I mean, if 1-0 wins this, is it time to say that he's back in prime shape?
I don't know, man. We saw these days of him before, and then 1 week later,
consistency, right?
Yeah, totally. Like 1 week later, he didn't hit those coils. He didn't do that great skeleton harass anymore.
And one thing with 1-0 and his, I don't know, hubris, maybe. This is offline. Here he tries hard and does well most of the time. Next week, when we see him on online qualifiers, who knows what he's gonna do.
True that. He didn't get much points in the first one, so he really should start to gather some. Infi, what's your idea now? I mean, you have two choices here. Expansion first or laboratory first. The humans, they wanted to be super aggressive. They had a time where they went for the expo first. I think that kind of fell out of the meta at the moment. So it's rather creep first, then expansion, but that makes them more vulnerable to a DKRS.
I think it's okay though. Against Night Elf, going for the instant expansion I think makes more sense. Because Demon Hunter Immolation Harass with Shadow Priest and Wisp, that's really dangerous. But when you creep this one first to get to level 2, which is what he's doing right now, and then go for the expansion, it's still only gonna be a DK and Skeletons harassing.
Lightning Shield on the creep. This hurts. And the DK is not going for his own laboratory, but rather for the troll, so there will be...
Now, this is the creep route that 120 invented.
Dude, the game is over. It's GG. The champion is 120. And he has no idea what happened. He has no idea about the Lightning Shield.
Well, guys, that was the biggest tournament of the year. Did you feel the hype? It was more explosive and amazing than TI last night. Wow, wow. What an amazing series.
He hasn't seen his opponent once. And he has no idea why he won that game. Infi fucking this up big time. And once again, no tournament win to his chest. What a big disappointment for all the Infi fans. Look at the casters' faces. Look at the sponsor's face. Okay, they can joke about it. He is not that happy.
Well. By the way, Blizzard, if you're watching, maybe we should start not giving the Renegade full mana. Maybe that's an idea.
Yeah, maybe you saw how good Lightning Shield is against Demon and the Zonia in general.
I mean, you still don't creep the Lightning Shield spots to begin with, but the Renegade used to have, what, 150 mana at the start of the game? Now he has full mana. And then sometimes he starts casting all the spells. And then the tournament's over. Well.
What a bummer. I mean,
yep.
It is like his peasants were so hurt that he couldn't really start the expansion.
It's so not over though. You make an arcane in the main, you send the hurt peasants into the gold mine. Maybe you don't even lose any.
No.
I mean, yeah, it's not great, obviously. But it's the grand final, man. This is 12,000.
He just threw away $6,000.
Like, why don't you even try?
Yeah, then why don't you play Orc, right? If you're that...
好的，非常非常快啊！让我们恭喜一下120获得魔兽争霸3项目的总冠军，天下第一人。那我们请上120。120，我其实在后台看的也比较快啊，我最后一盘你都估计都不知道什么情况吧
？That was very strange, people. Very strange indeed.
他是练级死英雄了吗？
没有，死英雄这个太过了。他好像是因为他那个电盾嘛，脱兵失误了，然后他掉了一个宝，不是很理想，然后觉得可能是打不了了。那你觉得最后一盘是出来什么问题？自己，他是个什么宝物可以让他打不
Are you still there, Neil?
对啊，
就是
I'm not hearing you.
这可能太久没有打 UD 了吧？这个细节方面可能有点差。
不愧是皮王啊！这个那你觉得今天赢的比较轻松啊？就有没有在赛前做过针对性的准备呢？
我打比赛从来也不练习的，就是想想怎么打就好了。
不练习也能这么强吗？我觉得他可能是因为毕竟是年龄比较小嘛，可能在天赋上面确实比较高。那你这一次拿到这个冠军的话，自己有没有出乎自己的意料之外？
还是比较，可能我分组比较好吧，然后拿冠军也有点在意料之外吧。
那你觉得你最惧怕的选手是哪一位？是令吗？
我觉得都很怕。
这怎么又都很怕了？好，那等会儿颁奖的话会在最后星际争霸2打完以后总进行颁奖，所以暂时请120稍事休息一下。再次掌声送给120。稍事休息一下。好，我们马上又要进行一轮新轮的抽奖环节。
according to chat, 120 didn't even practice.
手办，一个是那个
And I think this
星际手办，一个地堡，还有一个
shows like this
等会儿你们可以看一下。
makes Moon look a lot better
上半身吧
since he was the one, like the only one who had a longer than 10-minute game against 120 this tournament. I would have loved, like I would love to praise 120 for his play and how strong he is and how dominant he is. But no. No, not after such a final.
Yeah, I guess it would have been a lot better if Lin had won earlier. But sometimes, you know, you have those weird finals. Can't always be epic.
Well, hopefully the next tournaments will be better.
That's the weirdest grand final I think we've ever had.
Yeah.
How long was it in total? 15 minutes?
In total, like, in-game time,
Yeah.
it was 9 minutes, then 3 minutes, then 3 minutes, right? 15 minutes, best of 5.
When the usual game in that matchup is like around 20 minutes maybe? 18, 20 minutes? Well, that's how it goes sometimes, I guess.
Well, good
TH
thing
and
for
Infi
everyone.
both had... Oh, please, go
Good
ahead.
thing for everyone who missed it. The game will be up on YouTube very soon.
Well, what I wanted to say was Infi and TH both had a very impressive GCS. They were the strongest and most impressive players there. Here, they disappoint. I guess against Lin and in the human mirror, they looked okay and good, or whatever. But that final, my lord.
Unbelievable, really.
That doesn't give you any new fans.
Yeah, that's true. Until the grand final, I had a lot of fun though, with the games and with the production and with what Masters Coliseum was.
Don't forget about the dance segment in between.
Speaking of a dance, don't you want to like brighten the mood here, bring a little fun with the Remo?
Now is not the day, Neo. This day belongs all to the glory of Masters Coliseum.
Alright. 120 is now the highest earning Warcraft 3 player in 2018, surpassing Lin with a total of $26,000. Lin is second with $21,000. We got some highlights here. Yeah, that's gonna be a short highlight clip, man. Twisted 120. Here I thought it's looking good. Like, you know, DK low, Ogre Magi low.
How did he even creep this camp? Like,
Everything
Militia-
is healthy, so that
Militia
everything
just-
was fine.
they're just walking around. This is the second time around, by the way.
And then this happened. He gets a Fiend even, but then...
Yeah, that was
Cancel.
okay, honestly. He gets all the mana out of his opponent, kills one Fiend, and only... However, also a lot of HP lost.
Here
And
again,
there-
Echo Isles. It's a little late, but you saw the Ogre Magi gone, the Water Elemental gone. And just right clicks on the Archmage. This is like, yeah. And AZ, here is the Fatal Lightning Shield, everybody. This hurt the peasants, this made Infi rage quit. And this made 120 win $12,000 without even knowing why. He won that third game. It's true. He didn't know.
Yeah, I know. It's just funny. All right. We really should remove this full mana thing on the creeps, though. It was an issue before already, and we see it in all its glory here. Blizzard, please.
We do have a lot of content, though, coming up with better games, with not that much money on the line, but yeah. More motivated players, maybe.
Highlights equals the whole game.
Yes, I was laughing about that. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we have the next qualifier. That is going to be a China versus Korea competition. Infi is not going to take part because he's invited already, so don't be scared about that. Korean qualifier on Tuesday, I think Chinese qualifier on Wednesday. Remo is going to cast it. I will join as soon as I can. From Thursday to Sunday, we have WGL, the World Championship, the second qualifier for China and Asia in total. For the August race. And on Saturday and Sunday, we not only have this WGL qualifier, but also Russ Brain Cup, a European competition where it's about $1,500 sponsored by Mr. Russ Brain, who we're very grateful for. So 6 days of Warcraft, tons of content, hopefully better games, and these two idiots that you see here.
What idiots are they seeing? Us?
You and me.
Yeah. Okay, I thought you just showed a picture.
No.
Yeah, pretty sure better games than that final. That was a letdown, unfortunately. But yeah, don't you guys fret. Next week, tons of awesome Warcraft ahead of you guys, along with us. It's gonna be fun. Indeed. And 1.30, by the way, for Russ Brain at least.
Exactly, yeah, 1.30 for Russ Brain, that's true. We have a little bit of social media where you can follow us on Facebook. We're getting close to 5,000 followers, so hit that like button. If you want to support us on Twitter, we get closer to 3,500 followers. So if you like that, there we spam a little more and get more infos out. We also have Instagram where we get close to 1,000. Also my personal account here, getting close to 1,000 followers. So if you like me, then feel free to follow me. We do have YouTube where we just hit 20,000 subscribers. Speaking of another landmark here, milestone, 50,000. Getting super duper close to 50,000 here on Twitch. The like button is somewhere over there. And if you really like us, feel free to subscribe to this very channel for $5, I guess. You get replay packs, usually after every tournament. This time not, because we weren't in the game. You have no advertisements anymore. And the emotes and stuff, which is pretty neat. You can join us on Discord, which is a nice little community. We had a lot of fun yesterday night watching TI together. Shout out to Blubber Bernd and Chechi, for example. We do have merchandise like this very t-shirt here that you can buy on shop.backtowarcraft.com. You can also support us via Amazon and the muddy shirt that Remo is wearing right there. Amazon.backtowarcraft.com to give us a little share if you purchase something. And did I miss something? Not sure. I don't think so. You can donate, of course, if you want to do that. There's a Twitch alert link where you can use your PayPal account, your credit card, or even cryptocurrency. With Neocoins, for example. Remo, with that being said,
we go back to bed.
There's only one more thing to do.
Yes.
And that's the goodbye song.
We should play like what's that guy called? The German show where the guy gets sand in his eyes. What's that called?
Sandman?
Yeah, Mr. Sandman. Let's play Mr. Sandman.
Why?
Because we're tired and we're going to bed.
Maybe I'm not. I will stay up for a little longer. I'm just waiting for the credits to load. That takes some time, apparently. I hope you did like the commentary in the past few days, despite this grand final. And now I got the credits.
And grand it was.
I got the credits, I got the song here, the Do Nuts Goodbye Routine. Thank you very much for watching and following Warcraft. See you then. Bye-bye.